Hello, everyone. It's 11:50 p.m. So, well, look at me using my phone camera as a mirror. So, anyway, so, well, my day wasn't a disaster, but I kind of feel like it was a little ruined. But not a little ruined, but it was not a perfect day. So, well, since the last video, I at the last minute decided to go to have the 2 for 2. I'm sorry, it wasn't 2 for 2, and it wasn't buy one get one free. It was buy one get one 99 cents, almost free. Of I guess they call it a dude fried chicken sandwich or something. It was not all that, but I don't know. Well, I don't know why I caved in and got that to eat, but the coupon expired tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, I tried that. Well, I got both of them. The things were so huge, I could not eat both of them. I could only eat one. So I saved the other one, and I really hate microwaving leftover fast food sandwiches and burgers. I really hate it. So and I also don't think it would taste good from the toaster oven. I mean, I really hate fast food leftovers, but guess I'll eat it cold tomorrow. But it's like country fried chicken in a sandwich. You know how they have country fried steak? Well, it was country fried chicken, well, like in a sandwich, but it wasn't good. So the flies, they had these flies, the fruit flies that were harassing the fuck out of me. And it nearly came close to touching me like several times. I nearly freaked out. And I'm like, well, they don't have that many people in here, but how come the fly ain't bothering other people? It's like they always come by me. And this has been going on ever since I was little. And this was one of the reasons why I would hate going to the parks and I would hate being outside because of flies and mosquitoes and stuff like that. I mean, I love outside in the warmth. I mean, I don't mind outside, but for that reason, the flies and mosquitoes and whatever flying insects, I would, ever since I was little, I would hate to be outside because of those things. But then, after me researching natural health and all that, I read that, a lot of people say it's good to get sunlight and that you need it. But I've been staying up in here lately, because of the gang stalking. So I had like one of those sandwiches. I saved the other one for tomorrow. And then I had like an ice cream cone. Because I really would have wanted a Blizzard. But they would screw me over whenever I try to order a Blizzard. So I just kept it simple and got me I kept it simple and just got me a plain old, just regular ice cream cone. So I've been feeling heavily depressed and upset all afternoon and all evening long. And all night long as well, because you know, I don't even know if people who supposed to be part of the TI community, if they hate me to the point where they want me dead. But, you know, that perp that made the comment saying most people want to see me dead. Or no, that perp said most people are watching my videos, you know, I guess waiting around for me to die or something like that. I don't remember word for word, but saying most people are watching to see you dead or something like that. But it's like the way y'all insult me, but y'all can't even, and you call me retarded, but like how you call somebody retarded but can't even spell the word retarded properly? But then y'all want to talk about how I stutter. I mean, I have a disability that, you know, anxiety disorder and Tourette's is the reason why I've been stuttering since I was 12 years old. But I gotten a whole lot better at it, you know. And the fake foster mom and the foster stepdad, and I forgot about that, you know. That I mean, like when I was in 7th grade, when my Tourette's came full blown, I had a bad like eye blinking problem, like uncontrollably blink my eyes, and I also had a bad stuttering problem. But I don't even know if the psychiatric medications that I was on probably caused that. I don't know. But and sometimes it would take me like nearly an hour to get certain words out. And the fake foster mom and the fake foster stepdad, they used to wrongfully punish me because of that. You know. But their abuse is what created my anxiety disorders. So, you know, I accomplished doing all 3 today. Pray, listen to the Bible. I listened to all 3 chapters of Titus. And like I pray, listen to the Bible, and I didn't listen to all my favorite songs, but I listened to about 20 songs. And then while I was listening to my songs, I was like plagued with heavy, unwanted, intrusive thoughts about people who have hurt me, you know, upset me or whatever, or, you know, made me feel bad. So, I felt like I couldn't even really enjoy listening to my favorite Christian songs because of, you know, other people say that if they listen to songs that they like while they're mad, it helps them feel better. But with my situation, it actually makes me feel worse. It's like I can't even listen to my favorite songs when I'm mad, and then it increases my unwanted, intrusive OCD thoughts. So one thing I don't understand about the gang stalkers is if they keep harassing me and falsely calling me greedy, you know, if they like to trigger me on purpose and call me greedy for no reason. So what they would do is call me greedy, and like last year I got so fed up with everybody making remarks at me being greedy to the point where I'm gonna just quit eating. And so the perps made a fake mockery and laughed, you know, about me doing you know, an angry mukbang or whatever. When they pronounce it mukbang, or I don't know how to exactly pronounce it, but you know, so that was last year in 2022. And so they wanted to try to lie and say that, oh, Candy, she's into mukbangs now. So they try to make like as if I was making money off of eating on camera all the time. And no, and I didn't. I mean, they just come up with all kinds of crazy lies and false assumptions and stuff. So if they're bullying me to the point where I get disgusted and frustrated and be like, well, fine, I won't eat anymore for the rest of my life. So, and then they try to tell me, oh, you need to be fasting, or they treat me like they think that I deserve to starve, to be punished with starvation. So if I starve to death, then they would falsely twist it around and paint things to look like as if I committed suicide on purpose to escape accountability for quote-unquote scamming people. I mean, they got their lies and excuses and fake justifications and just making shit up. But a gang stalker could murder me, and then they will lie and say I did it to myself, or that I brought it on myself. Or they would cut, so I heard about this person. I haven't looked deep into the situation, but I heard her name was Carlethia Russell or something. I don't know that much, but I heard that she found a toddler on the side of the highway or something, and then she called the police or whatever, called 911 for help, and then next thing you know, she went missing. I don't know about if the baby went missing too, but I'm like, that's bizarre. But I heard that a lot of the people that supposedly targeted individuals, they're saying that Carlethia Russell is a targeted individual. So they say that she went missing. And a lot of people say that they're praying for her return. So now it's like more and more people getting snatched up and going missing. So as I said, with me being targeted and alone and by myself, and me having a whole biological family who don't care, who wouldn't care what happens to me. None of my family would care what happens to me. And I'm pretty sure all of my family hate me to the point where they wish that they want me dead. So, so it's like I felt bothered all afternoon and all evening and all night that the fake perp Satan's Gym mentioned about, that most people are watching to see me dead or something like that, or they're waiting around for me to die. And so, how come the perps aren't told that they are wrong for saying that? Everybody feel like they concur. But fake TI perps, condemning me, talking about that I was wrong for posting up a Masonic dead man's obituary. You don't know what I went through with Mr. Freddie. He was abusive. I mean, and I did not once say that I'm glad Mr. Freddie, I did not say that, I'm glad that Mr. Freddie is dead. But I posted, about how the family is Masonic, and that the family, dead or alive, when, if they're dead, they can't gang stalk me anymore. But dead or alive, I talked about the family members that gang stalked me. Shucks. My biological cousin Blake, when he was alive, he acted like a perp. And his own dad acting like a perp towards me. So They were perps, but they're now deceased. So, I mean, I posted Blake's obituary. I mean, shared or showed pictures or something online. You know, I've shown my biological parents, you know, obituaries online. But, oh, I deserve to get sued. You know, if people make it like as if I'm speaking ill of the dead and that I committed, they try to treat me like as if I did something unforgivable. And it's like, well, people speak on my death every day and you don't step in and say that they're wrong. Nobody said my twin sister was wrong when she said, you see that GoFundMe you got up there, you might want to leave it up there for your burial. Nobody said she was wrong for saying that. When I try to show or tell people, everybody that I try to tell, they all ignored me. And I'm sitting here thinking how unfair all this is. When that perp, Miss Samantha, you know, as I said, she's a fake Christian TI perp that would use real targeted individuals as for narcissistic supply. You know, and then she falsely glorifies herself as being chosen and God's people. And then on purpose, just to make me mad. She know how I felt sensitive about Lanika and everybody, you know, and she weaponized that against me and tried to make it like as if Lanika especially had every right to sue me for calling her a hoe, and which she is a hoe. But Lanika can laugh at me and perp me and gang stalk me and you know, call me crazy and say I need my meds. But y'all can call me fat, and that lady, Miss Samantha herself, has called me fat, greedy, crazy, and retarded, and everything else. But tell me how you are, tell me how you claim to have 2 master's degrees, but you can't even spell. You're illiterate. But you claim you got 2 master's degrees. But you don't even consider yourself to be disabled. But in my case, I know I'm disabled. I had 2 strokes when I was 5, and I suffer reading comprehension problems. So, that was one of my weaknesses in school growing up. So, but I mean, they got certain things that would be difficult for me to understand, but basic everyday internet reading, you know, I'm okay. I mean, I can understand that pretty well, but growing up in school, you know, I had difficulties with, I mean, I can read very well, and I can pronounce words very well. And a lot of people have complimented me on how articulate I am. They said I'm very articulate. And that they say that I am highly intelligent. They say that I sound intelligent enough to have like a doctorate degree. But yeah. But I mean, I think that, I mean, I can read, but the thing is, taking tests related to reading, or, you know, a lot of people say that Candy's very smart, but she just doesn't test well when it comes to testing and everything. Or some people might talk about, oh, if you have test anxiety, you know, testing anxiety or something. When you take exams and tests in school, and then, you know, like that would happen to me a lot. And who knows, they probably would hit me with directed energy weapons and make my mind go blank. And then after I turn the paperwork in, the test in, and then all the answers flood back into my mind after the test was over. And then I'd be then nearly failed. So they probably set targets up like that too. So on purpose to set you up to fail and make you look dumb when you know you're really smart. But yeah, I'm saying that if the gang stalkers can talk about my death, you know, I was treated like as if I was muted and canceled. Like nobody, like I was muted and canceled when Miss Samantha smear campaigned me, talking about. It's like I did post up Mr. Freddie's obituary, but to show his Masonic affiliation and talk about that whole family. And this was the beginning of, that family had something to do with how my targeting began. And then the gang stalking network got the freaking nerve to have Lanika gang stalking me 2 decades later. Like 20 years later, she's sitting there gang stalking the fuck out of me. I'm sitting here seeing her everywhere. So, yeah, I'm like very bothered by all this. And then when I mentioned about it on TikTok, I lost, like, people unfollowed me in droves. And then you unfollowed me and be self-righteous about that, but then you sit there and throw up devil horn hand signs in videos. Now you claim to be Christian and targeted. But it seemed like, as I said, they had me canceled and want the world to hate me. And then Miss Samantha, she's trying to say, that when I die, she hopes that when I die, that nobody will have anything good to say about me. But then you claim to be God's chosen, but you applaud my twin sister in China's perverse relationship, though. But you claim to be chosen by God. But then you spread rumors to me, telling me that about certain targeted individuals that you want to claim that they're gay. Or you spread rumors talking about other targets being a hoe. When that person would be sex trafficked, and MK Ultra sex kitten programming, and then you say that person is a hoe. So you can call people a hoe, but it's like, how come they don't have a right to sue you for slander and libel and defamation, or get you muted and canceled? But you don't even show your face in your videos. And they lie, manipulate, and twist everything. Everything. So as I said, all the wrong and all the dirt that people do to me, I'm supposed to just ignore it and don't pay attention to it. But if I retaliate with the reactive abuse, everybody acts like, oh, the whole world is going to make me pay. And this is like, all this has been bothering me all evening long. Like, why was I so wrong for showing the, pointing out on Mr. Freddie's obituary, the order of he was part of a Masonic organization, and he was an abusive, narcissistic perp. He took part in took part in ruining my high school graduation memory. So, they got some things about the Kraft family that I didn't know, but it seemed like abusive, narcissistic, fake TI perps. When I tell them about the Kraft family, they weaponize that against me too. And then, like, you're not gonna be a real targeted individual and chosen, and you're defending and agreeing with Freemasons and perps. But the only reason why you do that because you're one of them. Pretending to be God's chosen. But I mean, I'm sick and tired of people's self-righteousness, though. But yeah, something bad happened to me, and people would just sit there and let it happen, or sit there and make me sit there and suffer, and then tell everybody don't help her. But I mean, but Miss Samantha lied on me and over exaggerated and manipulated and twisted things, you know, because she was mad that I outed her as a perp. And she is. Everybody who agrees with my twin sister, and yes, I'm plainly saying that everybody who goes along and defends and agrees with my twin sister, or you defend Lanika from the Crab family, you a perp. You're a perp. You're a gang stalker. Or you're a fake TI. And I know my fucking story, and you don't have the authority to try to discredit me and try to lie and say this is not how your targeting started, or this is not how it happened. You weren't there. I mean, how do you think I'm full of shit for saying, if you ask how I became targeted and I tell you and then you don't believe me and you make it like I'm lying and full of shit, and then you start perping and abusing. But, you know, as I said, I've been bothered heavily all evening and all night long, all afternoon long. I mean, I try to force myself to listen to my favorite Christian songs and fight out unwanted intrusive thoughts, you know. And I felt like, wow, time is going by slow. But it was around 10 o'clock I started to feel sleepy, but I'm like, well, I know what will happen if I try to go to bed. So now it is 12:17 a.m. in the morning. 12:17 a.m. in the morning on Sunday, July 16, 2023. Okay. So, I've been feeling so depressed and, you know, having constant fears of getting in trouble or constant fears of being punished. And they would cause dream manipulation to cause, like, for me to have nightmares about being locked up in prison for the rest of my life. I mean, they've been, you know, I would have nightmares about being rough-handled and abused and victim of police brutality and being, you know, locked up in prison for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. Not just 4 or 5 years, but for the rest of my life. These nightmares and bad dreams. And then when I would ask on Yahoo Answers back then, excuse me, if I try to ask, well, why I keep having these nightmares or these dreams, then if I try to ask why I keep having those bad dreams and nightmares, you know, I would have these bad dreams and nightmares, and I ask on Yahoo Answers, why do I keep having these nightmares about getting arrested and being locked up? And then they would attack and devour me and victim blame and make it like as if I must have done something sneaky or dirty, or I must have committed some crime, you know, or I must be guilty of something in order to for me to keep on having, or they try to make it like, oh, you did something in your conscience, or you're guilty of doing something, so that's why it's playing out in your dreams, nightmares and dreams. But no, I hadn't even done anything, and I'm sitting here, you know, dealing with the dream manipulation. that I didn't even know that, the gang stalking and dream manipulation. And in Los Angeles, I couldn't even look out my window without the police passing by. And they wanted me to have constant fear of the police and the police, me just seeing police everywhere. And it's like, I didn't realize that was part of the gang stalking, that every time I look out my window, a police car is passing by, trying to instill more fear when I haven't done anything. So, the gang stalkers are acting like as if they declare in Satan's name. They act like as if they declare that my life, Candy Grand Prix's life, is over. Some of them already telling me that, Candy, you're dead. You're dead. Like as if my life is over and I'm already dead. Or they'll be like ready and glad to ruin it. But I'm sitting here, miserable and depressed. So it's like, as I said, people are that mad that I found this place to live. And now all of a sudden, once I found this place to live, y'all attacking my finances now. So ever since Miss Samantha mentioned about the Kraft family having every right to sue me and punish me, and then try to say Lanika especially has that right, you a perp, Miss Samantha. You a perp. Saying shit like that. Because a lot of professed targeted individuals say all the time that they can't wait for the gang stalkers to die. Since the gang stalkers are not even, and the fake TI perps need to be, they need to be put in the category as gang stalkers, not targeted individuals. But the fake TI perps are the popular and fake and falsely glorified as being well respected in the TI community. Like that fake Carlton Bird guy. I'ma say he's fake. And I don't even know if he's part of the fake Mormon cult or not. But yeah, he's fake. And pretending to show off fake positivity and pretending to be Christian and everything. I think that he was the one who called up Miss Samantha. Every time I see him around the internet, I get fucking mad. So he got hateful and blocked me, and he made a fake, a fake video talking about show some love to Target by the PsychWorld backup. And then the video mentioned nothing about me. The video had nothing to do with me, but he put that in the title. And he wasn't even being gang stalked. And I think he was wearing red or purple with the red in that video. But he took that down. And he got hateful and blocked me and cut off all contact with me because Miss Samantha lied on me. And she lied about some other stuff, lied and manipulated and twisted everything and called me crazy in the video. As I said, targeted individuals should not be calling other TIs crazy. And she never shows her face. She pretended to be fake inspired by me, but she lied on me and said that I'm jealous of my twin sister and trying to live vicariously through her, when that's a self-confession, because Miss Samantha, you jealous of me and living vicariously through me. Pretending to be fake inspired. Her, Darius, Trisha, all, trying to pretend to fake butter me up and love bomb in the beginning. All three of them have told me that they think that I'm chosen. In the beginning, all of a sudden now I'm the most vile and worst devil now. So, and then they sit there and laugh at my downfall, laugh at my suffering. I thought that wasn't Christ-like. So, I mean, I'm just feeling so down. I mean, I hate, living in constant fear all the time. And they had that abusive, narcissistic, fake Christian who try to tell me that I'm a lover of the world because of talking about me being scared, But the gang stalking network, they want you to fear a man, be afraid of satanic people running the world pretending to play the role of God. And it's multiple of y'all. But there can only be one big God. But, as I said, I haven't been able to be at peace since living here. And, I didn't even work on any writing. But it's like, as I said, for you to, it's like when I have to get into an argument or a feud with a fake TI perp, I end up losing like 30 to 50 subscribers. Or if I mention about a fake TI perp on Twitter, so many people, they unfollow and block in droves. And they feel like I'm the drama queen. But you say you don't want to hear it, or that I'm the drama queen, but then you would rather flock to the drama of the bully. That's lying on me. That's working for Satan and being a perp. And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought you were supposed to be targeted. And you're defending and agreeing with the sex trafficking perps. Applauding homosexual relationships while claiming to be Christian and chosen. But as I said, Miss Samantha, she started first because, she laughed at me suffering, the idea of me suffering homeless on the streets in the cold weather. And she called me up just to pick an argument with me. Right after her birthday, it was right before me and my twin sister's birthday. So, and Miss Samantha and Darius, they both during a fake friendship, and Trisha too, during a fake friendship, they told me so many lies. And it's like they were fake and never good friends from the get-go. And then Darius at one point was trying to act like as if he didn't trust Miss Samantha. Or that he suspected that she was a perp. But then after me and him had the feud, she was one of the first people that he hit up and wanted to link up with her so that they could talk bad about me. But y'all so holy and saved, right? That you know for sure that when you die, you're going to heaven. But y'all falsely accuse me of being a perp, and y'all deny and reject all my gang stalking proof like you don't want to hear it. And then falsely paint me as the worst person in the world. As I said, the fake TI perps bother me and get underneath my skin worse than the regular perps. Because when I have a feud with the regular perp, I can still keep my subscribers. But for me to post up what David James said, people on TikTok started unfollowing and blocking me in droves, like as if they believe what he said. And everything that the perps and fake TI perps, everything that they say is a lie. Everything that a narcissistic abuser says is a lie. But then the online perps, as I said, they think everything that they think that I'm always up to no good, or always doing wrong. So a couple of hours ago, I tried to grab something out of one of my little storage bins up in there, and for me to just bend down and try to grab something out of one of the storage bins, they squeezed my organs, and I'm like, wow, so I can't even go get to take a shower. But I hate that, wow, it's almost that time again for me to have to do laundry. I'm like, it's that time again already? Yep. So, I feel psychologically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually defeated. I feel just so beat down and defeated. But, to be harassed and stalked and lied on, bullied, and nobody believe you, nobody cares, nobody want to take your side, nobody want to have the patience to listen to you. And if they do, they'll pretend to be fake about it so that they can weaponize it against you later on. It's like I ain't got no real friends. And certain people pretend like as if they only pretend to fake support halfway. And they try to be subtle and manipulate me into thinking that they're a good friend. But then they turn out to be fake as hell. Fake and deceptive. Can't find anybody that's loyal. But, as I said, I'm trying to get closer to God. But when I was listening to the Christian songs, and I'm sitting here feeling like if I'm that unholy that I'm not worthy to listen to these songs, or I'm not good enough to listen to deserve to listen to these songs, or that if I'm just wasting my time reading the Bible because, your fate is sealed candy, you're irredeemable, you're going to hell. But it's strange how the demonic gang stalkers falsely lie and say I'm demonic. I don't even be waving my fingers in the camera. So Satan's gem lied on me and said that I point or wave my fingers in the camera like a witch or something like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? So they falsely call me what they are. But, all this that's going on has me depressed to the point that I feel like it's crippling. It's really crippling. I feel like crippled, depressed. And so, I mean, if the gang stalking network can let me work or have a job without workplace mobbing me, then I wouldn't have to be forced to depend on the government. I've been forced to depend on the government all my adulthood. And they make sure I don't last one day on a job sometimes. Some days it might be a temp assignment that's one day and get workplace mob as soon as I get there. So, you know, but I wish I could make a sustainable living with my writing. I don't know, it seems like with my writings, with short stories, sometimes I feel like I run out of ideas. And it seems like I haven't been having a whole lot to say. Like I run out of ideas of stuff to say in YouTube videos now too. You know, but I mean, I guess I don't know, but and then the abusive narcissistic gang stalkers talk about that I repeat the same thing over and over again. Just like narcs in my family and the fake foster family say the same thing. But the online perps talk about, oh, she repeat the same thing over and over again. But you've been stalking and subscribed for years. So a little bit over 15% of my subscribers have the notification bell turned on. And I know that just about all of them are perps. As I said, the perps have they have the notification bell on for my channel. But I don't know if any of my subscribers have the notification bell on. But, you know, they have people on YouTube who have a million subscribers, and they still tell everybody, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. But if I say like, comment, share, and subscribe, the perps will, I think that they will increase the dislike, you know. So, I mean, obsessive stalker hater to the point where they feel like they think they got the authority. They think they got God's authority to declare that I'm already dead. You know, they hate me to the point that they're telling me to drop dead. I mean, they think they got God's authority to dictate that I shouldn't be allowed to exist on the face of this earth. And I'm sitting here thinking this is just not fair. And they project their own personal hatred on me. They project that onto God and make it like as if God doesn't want me with a car or driving, or that God wants me homeless. Well, I don't want to serve a God that's gonna, I don't want to serve a God that has the same opinion about me like the foster mom. Because the foster mom wanted us to look up to her like God. But that's a woman, that's not even a man. She wanted us to look up to her like God. So I don't want to serve a God that thinks I'm retarded or slow or mentally incapable. If religious fake TI perps and regular perps trying to tell me that God does not want me with the car or driving. And then you the one who think I'm too retarded and mentally incapable. But they have people who secretly pretend to be your friend, and behind your closed doors, they're allies with your enemies. They secretly be allies with your enemies the whole time while smiling in your face. And then When you expose how dirty they were, they play like they're the victim and make it like you're wrong that you threw them under the bus. That I'm wrong for throwing them under the bus. I'm reckless with my mouth and I'm not loyal. For my twin sister to say that I'm not loyal, she never been loyal to me. She never has been loyal to me. Ever. Never, ever, ever. And the only time she might have temporarily pretended to be fake, any kind of fake loyal, fake loyal, when she got her hand out for money to try to scam and take advantage. So, but I mean, as I said, y'all complain about everything I do in my videos, but y'all continue to stalk and watch. And it's really frightening for me to suffer through this alone and by myself with nobody to talk to, no support. And then, you know, I don't even know if I might end up dropping dead. If I might drop dead or suffer alone and then die with no family, nobody around. And with them torturing me with energy weapons so badly, who knows what the hell what happened. So, but y'all want to falsely paint me as a scammer and a fraud and a wrongdoer and a chomo and everything else. But where's your proof? I'm still waiting for proof that I licked my earwax. That I'm still waiting for proof of the timestamp on whatever video where I eat my earwax. So yeah, y'all, y'all too damn immature. But y'all can be immature and drive. I'm telling y'all, they won't let me have nothing. So my anxiety and depression is pretty bad, right? It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. And it's like everything feels hopeless. And for me to go through a rough time, that's when the religious narcs come to attack and use the Bible and throwing scripture, weaponizing Bible scriptures and throwing scriptures in my face to attack and shame me. No encouragement or uplifting at all. I mean, y'all you want a narcissist? Use the Bible to narcissistically abuse and shame me. And think that I'm so horrible that I don't deserve or I'm not worthy to name the name of Christ. And then make it like as if I'm considered like a heretic. And that I should be cut off from God's people. While you're abusing and narcissistically gang stalking me at the same time, pretending to be targeted, and you think that I deserve to be punished with being cut off from God's people, while you sitting there perping the shit out of me. And it's like, that is a mind fuck. That is a mind fuck. But fake Christian narcs, they have you all kinds of ways. And then they'll have their fake flying monkeys to team up and hate you too. If I'm the one full of drama, but when I'm feuding with that fake TI perp or regular perp, you unfollow or unsubscribe from me and go flock to them. While they telling nothing but lies. So if people say that if a person lie on you, if a person that's spreading gossip about you, that might be the main ones that people need to that person is the main one that people need to stay away from. But it's like, as I said, y'all want the world to hate me so bad. And y'all so damn jealous. Jealous. Like y'all, I mean, y'all jealous of somebody who's been forced on Social Security all my life. But y'all the ones who had jobs that's over $50,000 a year. I will die never getting to see a job that's $30,000 a year. And if I do get a job like that, I wouldn't even last 1 week. So for me to write full time and all I get is $41 for a whole year, and I gotta be considered in hot water or big trouble. And I'm like, well, I didn't even realize that little bit of money had to be reported. So if y'all consider me self-employed, but the online gang stalkers trying to falsely say that my writing is not work and that it's trash, but you still read it. You still read every word. You complain about in my ebooks that, oh, she got too many links, but you still click on them. But everybody want to manipulate and twist and lie on purpose just to make me look bad, because they got narcissistic fake TI perps that have more valuables and resources than I do, and they have a house and a nice car, and you jealous of me and don't want me with shit. I mean, abusive, narcissistic, control freak, fake TI perps sitting there trying to tell me to get rid of my storage unit or demand to know what it is. It ain't your fucking business what I have in my storage unit. So then, if I say it's none of y'all business what I have in my storage unit, then you spread false rumors and lie and say that I have illegal stuff in my storage unit. I guess to justify break-ins, huh? Just to justify illegal break-ins, like you do to target individuals. But it seems like people making sure that I'm getting no help to, I don't even really think anybody makes it successfully on their own. People who get success in life, they got a lot of people to elevate and push them up and support them and everything. All these people on TikTok, black folks on TikTok with successful, popular, successful businesses. But, it seems like the perps want everybody to hate me. My own family members act like they want everybody to hate me. But as I said, I can't believe that it's got to be considered a big mistake for me to finally get housing. It's not even permanent housing. This is month to month. So once I got here, as I said, I can't even rest and have a normal life off the streets. And they sent that Social Security lady in to devour and attack and destroy me. They sent her in to do that. That's why they sabotaged the first call. And the first call kept going in and out. But the first lady on June 2nd, she started to say something smart ass and kind of rude too, but I don't remember everything that she said though. But that seems like that possibly had the opportunity to go left, just like this lady. So the Satan's Gem lied on me and said that I'm the one who acted a fool towards the fake perp Social Security lady. But you weren't even on the phone conversation with me and her. So, as I said, how you going to be a regular gang stalker and trying to, I mean, do you even know the TI tactics that you lying on me and saying that I'm just, because you get that Satan's gem, you got that information, that false information from my twin sister, lying on me and saying that I'm just mimicking and trying to copy off of targeted individuals when I actually am targeted, and y'all trying to escape accountability. I know I'm being truly gang stalked, and other professed targets, it's very rare for me to get somebody who say that they believe that I'm targeted and that they know that I'm one of the realest ones. Like, I think they said his name was Conspiracy Underground or something. I could not find that video. But I heard he said something about that that I'm the only black female in the TI community that does not practice witchcraft. I can't find that video where he said that. I think that's that person's name. Conspiracy something. I think it's Conspiracy Underground. So thanks for the shout out. Yeah, because I'm from New Orleans too, and I don't even practice witchcraft. I don't even know witchcraft tactics or whatever, but I don't even research to look it up, But some people are like, well, you should research these things in order to know your enemy. But, I don't even read up on how to practice witchcraft. And I'm not initiated into the witchcraft. I'm not an initiated witch. But you wonder how certain people who practice witchcraft, you wonder how would they be poor or homeless? Because if you might see somebody in a homeless shelter that practice voodoo, like how you get here? Well, it seems like so many new age people are fake successful with businesses that generate a lot of money. If they call it a small business, but people with narcissistic personalities, just like they don't want me to drive a car, they tell me that I have no business running a business. But I wish I could ask the question, when did the government start to make people have a license to run a business or take up business courses rather than just, why do you need a course to sell cookies? Why do you need to take up a class just to sell cookies? Or to sell t-shirts? So you need a license to have like a daycare. I heard sometime back in the 90s, I heard the government started to require you to have a business license or take courses to get a license or something. But back then, people used to be able to run a business without a license to do it or satanic government approval. But the government can fuck over us all day, every day. But if they will falsely frame you for committing XYZ crime and then make you do time in prison, and then the first thing they want to do is put on a green suicide vest on you when you show up, when you got to go to court. I don't know. I hate this jacked up world. It's just so depressing. It's just so depressing to live life where you can't be unbothered. Where people won't allow you to have peace or live in peace. They must not be at peace. The gang stalkers must not be at peace in order to be bullying, harassing, and threatening you and robbing you of your peace. I mean, I'm just, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this earth. I'm really sick of this earth. I'm sick of this earth. I'm really sick of this planet. I hate this planet. And it's not the planet itself, it's the fucking people. I wish there was a way I can make my own living and get off government assistance. And I wish I wouldn't have to panhandle or beg or be homeless. But the government is forcing people to be homeless. And it's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting. The government, before Hurricane Katrina, they had the tsunami in Asia. And the government sent so much money over there. And then when Hurricane Katrina happened, the government made it like they were too broke to help us. But Hurricane Katrina was a satanic ritual. A big major blood sacrifice ritual. But they got too many deceivers telling me I'm going to hell. If you pretend that you're Christian, and then you have a fake Christian website where you speak what people would perceive to be all truth, anti-Illuminati, anti-New World Order, while you secretly deceiving people with one-eye symbolism that somebody will overlook. And I'm like, well, you calling out the Illuminati, but you hypocritically using their symbolism. Or you using Masonic or New Age symbolism while pretending to be Christian. You're a deceiver. You're a paid fake agent pretending to be anti-Illuminati and telling people to repent of their sins, but you sold your soul while pretending to be Christian and holy and telling people to repent of their sins, and then telling me there's no hope in, like Lisa Ruby and Tracy Broadhurst talking about there's no hope in heaven for you. Talking about there's no hope in heaven for me. But you can use the Bible to play spiritual sight games and weaponize the Bible and attack me with so many Bible scriptures that every time if I listen to a Bible scripture or read something out the Bible, it would trigger and upset me and bring back memories of what you said to me, and weaponizing that against me. And like if they wanted to try to say, oh, you can't drink of the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils, and you can't eat from the table of the Lord and the table of devils. Yeah, they threw those scriptures in my face, both of them. And then, but they have people who saying that Miss Lisa Ruby has dead eyes. That she could possibly be a dangerous psychopath because of her eyes. So, if people talking about these religious fake Christian narcs who pretend to be targeted and Christian, that's why y'all might wear sunglasses or you do videos never showing your face, because you don't want people to see your fucking eyes. I mean, I've had so many people the same people who do the wickedness, the same fake T.I. purpose that betrayed me, behind closed doors, after they're mad, now all of a sudden they'll lie and say Candy's eyes look reptilian. Oh, at first you were telling me you thought I was chosen and a pure, that I had a lot of light. But now all of a sudden, I'm the devil with reptilian eyes. Yeah, because you're mad at me. But it's you the one who betrayed me and used the Bible to manipulate and play sight games. And then the Pentecostal religious narcs They act like as if they want to try to frighten and scare you and manipulate you, and feel like they want to try to scare you by trying to make it like, well, I did some fasting and the Lord revealed this to me about you. And the Lord revealed to me that you were lying about such and such. And they trying to manipulate and scare me, but I know I'm telling the truth, and the real God knows that I'm telling the truth. But you're a deceiver. You're a deceiver. I mean, you try to make like as if you're so spiritually powerful with the Lord, while you sold your soul to the devil and living a high life, rich. And you don't even help the poor or homeless. You sit there and say, make them suffer. Yeah, make them suffer. Make her stay there. Keep her homeless. Keep her suffering and struggling. But, you know, if God would say to, you know, I mean, if the Bible would tell us to still love our enemies, and even if our enemies ask for a drink, you know, give it to them. But y'all don't follow that, though. Y'all encourage everybody to hate me and stay away from me and not talk to me. So, I was listening to the Bible about, you know, somewhere in the book of Titus, and Tracy Broadhurst used that towards me too, talking about after the second or third admonition, reject. So she tried to justify rejecting me as a heretic. And, you know, I'm like, wow, so you profess to be Christian, and one sin that you perceive of me to have when I'm a babe in Christ, asking for advice and asking for help, and got out of a cult, and all you do is attack and try to tell me off about myself and get extremely abusive. Because Tracy Broadhurst and Lisa Ruby, they were both abusive, narcissistic, fake Christian, control freak, fake T.I. perps. Now pretending to be extra holy. I'm like, if Tracy Broadhurst can try to rebuke and tell me off, but if a man would come tell Tracy that she is in biblical error, she would reject him and make it like as if she knows that she's right and that he can't correct her. She'll try to make like she's infallible. You can correct another woman, but a man is not allowed to tell you that you're in error spiritually. And then when you go to church, there's nothing but drama, arguing, fussing, and just like the TI community, nobody in church can get along. It's always drama, arguing, fussing, and fighting in church. I mean, you can look up on YouTube in these Masonic ghetto fist fights, grandmas fighting in hood ghetto fights in church. And then you always hear about, you know, I mean, a lot of people got a lot of horror stories or stories about being damaged psychologically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, being damaged by church, like being bullied and picked on in church. Or being singled out by the pastor. So they'll try to make it like as if you point out the pastor choosing favoritism, then they'll make it like you're a spiritual baby. Or you're spiritually immature. But religious narcs always glorify themselves as being spiritually mature and grounded in the word. And if they'll try to say, touch not God's anointing, motherfucker, you're Satan's anointed. You secretly behind closed doors sold your soul to the devil, and you're narcissistic and controlling, and living in rich neighborhoods and don't do shit for the poor. While you claim to be holy and saved, and you expect for somebody, to be grateful. You expect a homeless poor person to be grateful for very little, while if you went to McDonald's and your Big Mac wasn't the way you ordered, you would act like a whole damn Karen. You would probably blow the damn fast food restaurant down if your sandwich wasn't fixed a certain way. But you're talking about that poor people should learn how to be grateful, but you think that money gives you a free pass to be ungrateful and complain just because you got money. But the narcs pretend to be fake experts at everything. Everything. They pretend to be fake perfect at everything. Or better than perfect at everything. I mean, if you might be a church pastor and you sit there and physically abuse and beat on your wife is considered a pastor's wife, excuse me. Your wife is considered a pastor's wife, and you physically abuse and beat on her, and then cheat on her with a female that's like one of her worst enemies. That that's her worst, that other woman is your wife's worst enemy, and you're going to sit there and cheat on her anyway. And rub it in your wife's face that it's your worst enemy's birthday. So, you're going to drop your wife and leave her for her worst enemy, or even worse, on your wife's birthday. And just rub it in her face and try to make the wife jealous. And then everybody praise and applaud your fake affair with this different woman. And then people don't even be like, well, that's, is that fornication or adultery? Well, I heard that the real adultery is divorce and remarriage while the ex-wife's still living, and vice versa. Like if you divorce and remarry while the ex-husband's still living, I heard that's considered adultery. But I heard that, if you're still married to the wife and you sleep with another woman, they call that fornication. So we had a wrong idea of what adultery and fornication was, So the so-called Christian community cleared that up from what I read and research, So if, I mean, and then the popular fake church pastors or people in the gospel industry, they'd be caught up in scandals. I mean, they'd be caught up in worse scandals than secular artists. Excuse me. But I heard that their rituals, if the people sell their soul to the devil just to do fake gospel music, if they sell their soul to the devil to do fake gospel music, giving people counterfeit Christianity, so we can end up going to hell. But I heard that they be dirty. I heard that their rituals in the gospel industry, I heard that is and they had that gospel artist. I can't remember her name, Leandria something. And she said, fuck Christianity. And everybody was shocked because she said that she more like was fed up with the gospel industry. But they got so many people turning away from Christianity because of self-righteous narcs who pretend to be spiritual and pretend to be holy, but they don't even follow the Bible. But they want to attack and shame you with Bible scriptures and everything. Like, if they shame me for having short hair, but you ain't no better because you wearing pants. You're a woman wearing pants with your hair in a ponytail and working outside the home and being a manager and boss on a job where you have authority over men. But you shame me about my hair. When I had long hair my senior year in high school, the foster mom wasn't the only one who tried to talk about, oh, you should wear when you go to job interviews, you should wear your hair in a ponytail so that you can look presentable. So people say that wearing your hair in a ponytail represents confidence and authority. A woman being an authority. So I didn't realize having short hair represent the same thing. Or like a woman wearing short hair. But, you know, my hair is freaking damaged from the homelessness, and now that the bad laundry detergent ruined my hair too. So, but I want to try to let it grow back out. So, yeah. Even for graduation, the fake foster mom tried to tell me that I have to have my hair to look presentable. Well, how come everybody else can wear their hair down, but I'm the only one who is forced to walk across the stage and graduate from high school with my hair in a ponytail? And the foster mom abused me. I mean, I talked about, you know, the bad experience that I had for high school graduation. And Mr. Freddie from the Masonic Smelly Craft family, he walked up to the car and cursed me out for no reason. Unprovoked for no reason. And they knew me all my life. You know, they didn't even invite me to Lanika's graduation party. But then the next day, Lanika's mom, which is Mr. Freddie's daughter, Miss Cheryl, she's like, oh, well, you could have came to our party. You could have came. I'm like, well, oh, you wait till after to tell me that I could have came to the party. But, you know, for my graduation, they wanted me punished. They didn't even, I mean, I graduated with honors and still was punished. They made sure I didn't have a graduation party or nobody cared to come. I mean, I sent in graduation invitations. None of the foster family really cared or wanted to come. And the fake foster mom, she yelled at me and said that I wouldn't have gone to your graduation either. And the only reason why I came is because I'm the one who had to bring you. Mr. Freddie was the one who told the foster mom that she should have left us nasty, filthy, dirty babies where she found us. But I'm wrong for pointing out his Masonic affiliation, though. And then I heard that Mr. Freddie, well, shucks, the whole Kraft family had a reputation for being a bad reputation for being nosy and for having a stinky house and slutty granddaughters. So, you know, if Mr. Freddie said that that the foster mom should have left us where she found us, and the foster mom kept throwing that in my face every day. I should have left your nasty, filthy, dirty babies where I found y'all. And y'all was so nasty, filthy, and dirty that the social workers didn't even want to touch y'all. That's what the foster mom used to say, that we were so nasty, filthy, and dirty that the social workers didn't even want to touch us. Well, is there any wonder why Candy Grand Prix is walking around with obsessive compulsive disorder now? Or so many anxiety disorders? And then people like Mr. Freddie and some of his family members, it seemed like every time they would see us, they cussing us out, shooing us away, or treating us like a pest and cussing us out. And Mr. Freddie never did shit for me. He never cared about me, never liked me. How the hell you hate a 5-year-old? And Miss Ollie, before she died, Miss Ollie died right after the biological sister Belinda. I think the biological sister Belinda, she died the day before Ramona's birthday. It was April 7th, Belinda died. And then Miss Ollie died, I think it was April 23rd, 2003. I think that was when the day she died. And so, April 22nd, that's around a ritual holiday. I mean, my twin sisters, March 22nd and April 22nd. Both of those boys. Both of my nephews. So, but it's been rumored that the Kraft family practices witchcraft. And that their last name is not Kraft by accident. They belong to a Masonic church. New Hope Baptist Church in Gretna that they've been going to for decades. So Mr. Freddie is now deceased. But yeah, he was a part of a Masonic organization. And the Krafts could commit crimes and get rewarded for it. And they were buddy with fake Gretna police, part of Gretna, Louisiana. You know, that's part of New Orleans. Yeah, they were buddy with Gretna police. And some of the Kraft family members worked for the city. Lanika's sister Talisha worked for the Jefferson Parish Sheriffs in Harvey. I don't know if she still worked there, but yeah, she was working for them. You know, she was working for the sheriff's office. But Talisha used to get treated like how I do, like get scapegoated, bullied, harassed, laughed at. And I started to wonder if Talisha was a targeted individual. Yeah, she was singled out and scapegoated. And Lanika was younger than her, bullying, harassing, and laughing at her and thinking she's better. But why would Lanika feel the need to bully and harass somebody or laugh at somebody if you get all these treats in life? You know, you glorified as the special one. But if you hype society, hype you up to think you're better than everybody, excuse me, what you're doing, bullying people. Maybe Talisha must have caved in and sold out. I don't know. But you had to have in order to get accepted to work for the Jefferson Parish Sheriffs. So, Talisha even acted like a narcissistic, control freak, fake friend towards me. You know, that was the point in time I was tricked into thinking that she was a good friend. But back in 2000, that was the point in time I thought me and Talisha were close friends. But nah, it seemed like she was pretty much fake too. But they used to, Lanika and Joni and the foster sister Joni and them, Lanika, Joni, and my twin sister, they used to all hang out together. And they used to treat me and Talisha a certain way and single us out. They used to do like me. They used to bully Talisha to the point of a meltdown too. But y'all so holy and saved, then we going to hell, right? But I mean, I don't understand how, if somebody's glorified as the favorite, how would they bully somebody who's bully and harass somebody who and gang stalk somebody who basically has nothing? If you got nice new vehicle, luxury cars, own a house. Some of these fuckers out here own businesses. You own a house, car, and a business. And you have a wonderful family. What you hating on a poor homeless person that's totally broken and ain't got shit, don't even have your teeth and hair. And you hating on an you're envious. My words ain't even coming out right. You're envious of a homeless person who ain't got nothing. What is it? I don't get it. And when we were in junior high, Lanika used to use and take advantage of both me and my twin sister with our money. With the little bit of money we got. But and she used to physically assault us and trip us in the hallway on purpose and laugh and make sure that we she would make sure that we would bump into the lockers when she do it. Go out of her way to be the most sadistic and cruel. Even the foster sister Joni and her friends, used to think it's funny to trip us in the hallway. And then when we told on them, we walking around with a hurt hip or injured arm or limping because y'all did that to us. But then you justify hating us because we told on you. Yeah, they used to do that to my twin sister too. So I was the outcast and Talisha was the outcast. Black sheep of the family, scapegoat, pariah. And it's like so many people who hate and don't like me or call themselves being jealous, but y'all driving around in nice cars. And y'all don't even want me with a morsel of food to eat. Y'all want me to be punished with starvation. So that y'all feel like it's easy to justify blaming me if I die. Y'all hardcore want me to just straight up drop dead. And you're not even shy about it. The only thing is you hide your face and name. You hide your face and name, but you talk all this tough shit behind your phones. But as I said, my story has been consistent and has not changed all these years. And Lanika and the Kraft family are, the foster mom scapegoated me for something Lanika did. And now I'm targeted because of the shit. And then they got Lanika fucking gang stalking the shit out of me. Lanika's a fucking perp. I wish I was filming gang stalking in 2017 and 18. I wish I would have known to do my gang stalking perp walks and film everything. But the online gang stalkers, they reverse it and lie and say that you're the one stalking the people who are gang stalking you. No, we exposing these motherfuckers. And I don't even know if Talisha would be a perp by now. But it seemed like Lanika was perping the fuck out of Talisha. Lanika was the only one who never, rewarded for doing evil and never got in trouble. Never really got punished. But, they hated Talisha. And they nitpicked and talk about me and Talisha. Talking about our dry hair, dry lips, dry everything. And, talking about that they try to compare us to Felicia from Friday. And, tell us to get the wedgies out your butt. I mean, Lanika would sit there and try to make a fool out of us. I mean, she used to try to make a fool out of my twin sister too, and bully her ass and laugh at her too. But then Lanika started to favor my twin sister. But my twin sister, Brandy, she used to sexually want Lanika and sexually chase after her. And Lanika played all kinds of mind games with her. She used to tell me the freaking fantasy, the sexual fantasies that she would have about Lanika. And we were in freaking 7th grade. And I'm like, I thought I was too young to know all this or to hear about all this. So yeah, everybody wants to defend and agree with both my twin sister and Masonic stank whore Lanika. But nobody wants to say that Candy is right. But y'all can call me fat and greedy, but I can't call y'all a hoe. Oh, I deserve to get sued for calling people a hoe. But you can call me fat and greedy and crazy and schizophrenic all day long. I don't know, but I'm sitting here feeling tightness up here on the upper part of my chest. I don't know if they hit me with weapons. So, what time is it? 1:28 a.m. in the morning. I'm hoping I can sleep tonight. I mean, as I said, I'm just not happy at all. Just feeling so depressed. Very depressed. And trying my best to... I mean, it's very hard to try to make myself stay strong when I don't really have nobody in my corner. And the perps think that I deserve nothing but enemies. For the whole world to hate me and judge me as if they are God. And they try to make it like as if I'm canceled and that I do and say the worst things ever. But if you found out what Joe Biden has done, y'all still gonna love him because of his fame.